XKW Key West is 104.9 Barefoot Radio. Powered by Barefoot Billy's world-class water sports. Call 44-BAREFOOT today.
It's Friday night in Key West, and it's time for Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on 104.9 Barefoot Radio and simulcasting on Tiki Man Radio, where we share coastal confessions to the masses. So get ready, sit back, turn off that TV and turn up the volume on your radio, your app, or internet.
Take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings. Every Saturday, starting when you get up.
Got a confession?
Tiki Man Radio opens up the massive archives of the radio station and takes you back to that old shaggy music. Jukebox Saturday, only on Tiki Man Radio.
Well, my name's John Lee Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw granddaddy down here. They only come to town about twice a year. They buy 100 pounds of yeast, fence a copper line. Everybody knew that it made moonshine. Now the revenue man wanted granddaddy bad. He left a holler of everything he had. For my time, but I've been told he never come back from Copperhead Road. In a big black Dodge, bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side. He just shot a coat of primer, then he looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down. I still remember that rumbling sound. And then the sheriff came around in the middle of the night. Heard mama crying that something wasn't right. He was headed down to Knoxville with a weekly load. You could smell a whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Mexico.
Hey, it's B-Man and Michelle on a Friday night right here in Key West. Coastal Confessions, B-Man and Michelle. We've got some great guests here at the Beachy Shell Hideaway. We're not at the studio. We're at Beachy Shell Hideaway. That's our house. It's our staycation home here in Key West. And we're having a great time. We've got the Shanty House coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to have new music. Chris is going to tell us about his new music, and I think it's going to be really cool. We're going to talk about Beach Buddha's new artist of the month, and I think that's going to be really cool. Actually, there's 2 artists of the month, and so lots happening. We're going to get right into it because I don't want to waste any time. We are broadcasting, or I should say simulcasting, on Tiki Man Radio out of Harrison Bay. That's my partner station. I love those guys. Danny Lynn, Hippie Chick, the rest of them, they are all fabulous people. But you know what? Here at the Beachy Shell Hideaway, we have a tiki bar, and that tiki bar is open. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful evening on a Friday. Let's get the tiki bar open.
All right. The Coral Reefer Dancer. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Sir? All righty. I don't know. There's something about these tiki bars in Ohio. Kind of have a little special magic in the air tonight. Well, you've seen them back there up close and personal. Our lovely referettes, Miss Nadira Shakur here. Miss Tina Gullickson over there. And the boys in the band.
Hello, Key West. This is Jennifer with Back to the Island, and I listen like a loco. I love listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday night from 8 to 10 on 104.9 Barefoot Radio. That's my confession.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. We so appreciate her giving us the scoop.
You're very loud. I'm loud too.
You're loud too. I know. We're trying to get the levels just right, you know, because we're doing a lot of different stuff. But who do we have?
We've got the Shanty Hounds in the house.
Shanty Hounds in the house.
Woof, woof.
Is that all you got?
Woof, woof.
Danny Hoy, Key West Chris. It's so good having these guys in here, being a part of this. Thank you so much. And there are obvious reasons, because you've got a new song, Chris.
Yep.
And we're going to play that here in just a little bit.
Thank you.
And I think it's going to be really cool to hear that song, what made you do it, the whole background on
yeah,
it.
Sure.
You sent it to me, but you know what? I hate reading and telling people about stuff, so I'd rather you just tell it yourself.
Yeah,
And then Danny's over there eating some of that really good Clemente's pizza.
Yeah, Clemente's is one of our favorite places on the island.
They take great care of us, so we appreciate that. So
Fun little place.
we're live broadcast, not only here in Key West, but Tiki Man Radio, simulcasting and
From the Beachy Shell Hideaway.
from the Beachy Show Hideaway.
Ooh.
Because the studio is a friggin' wreck at the moment. So there's like boxes everywhere. They're doing a whole bunch of changing out. So we made a point to say we're going to do it from the Beachy Show Hideaway, and we're all in our underwear.
Yep.
Cameras are forbidden.
I'm in Brian's underwear.
Well, that's Danny Lynn's like, hey, you should put your cameras up, because I took a picture of everything, and he's like, nah, man, you need to, to get cameras. And I thought, nah, I want to be in our underwear.
Chris's and Michelle's underwear.
We swapped. So there you go.
Underwear swapping.
Hey, we got Ed Contreras and Pat Contreras listening in.
Yay. Hey, the Contreras family.
Yes, I love those guys. The Train Man, and then, of course, we've got Danny Lynn. His Tiki Bar is open. He sent me a really cool picture. We had Chris Segura, who is the Beach Buddha himself, chimed in, said, hey, look, he can't listen in tonight because he does like DJ stuff on the side.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So he's going to be doing that.
DJing.
He's DJing. And then my good buddy Rich Malik
From Ohio.
from Ohio. Now, if you notice that last song, Tiki Bar is open.
That was in Ohio.
That was in Ohio.
Was that Columbus? What
I think it was at Buckeye Lake. And it was either Buckeye Lake or Cincinnati. But I have some confessions from Buckeye
I
Lake.
bet it was Cincinnati.
Oh my God, yeah, Cincinnati. But yeah, my sister and I, we went. Well, Michelle and I weren't married at that point, but it was my ex-wife. We had gone to the Buckeye Lake one.
Yeah, that's a confession there.
Oh my God.
For you and your sister.
Oh my God. Yeah. So it's a long story, but in a nutshell, we had. Let me see. My sister had
Tickets.
sold her tickets.
To go boat with some guys. Who
Are you over there
parked
dying?
next to
Danny Hoy is she's
you.
dying.
There's a glass in there if you need some water.
If not, just take it out of the toilet.
Yeah. So she had a ticket, sold her ticket because she was going to go boating with these guys.
Is the hot pepper?
She and I got in a fight over it. She ended up getting her ticket back. We ended up, love you so, And then, of course, my ex got drunker than hell, and she took off with some old high school people. And then, long story short, we're driving home back to my sister's, and she's like, you got to keep me awake. And I'm like, hey, I got you covered. So just so we get on.
I thought you guys had a hotel room or something.
No, we were driving back to my sister's place.
So the end of the story happens at your sister's house.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Oh, my God.
so the funny thing was, as we're driving home, it's like she's like, you got to keep me awake. I'm like, I got you.
Oh,
I fell asleep.
That's not the funny thing. The funny thing.
So then my sister gets home, and she goes to bed. We all go to bed. We didn't take showers. We all just went to bed. Yeah. Well, she woke up next morning, and she thought she had mud on her feet.
Oh.
That wasn't mud, my friend. Because they were all going in the woods.
To go potty.
Oh, no.
And,
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, so it was pretty crazy.
She had poopy
So, yeah, she went, so all I remember.
Sheets and,
all I remember her was like, oh my God. And she's like in the shower. I think she was in there for hours just rubbing her feet. And I'm just like.
Then she had to wash the sheets.
Yeah, I would have just thrown them
away.
I would have just thrown them away.
Burn them.
Those sheets are gone.
In the shower, washing your feet, crying.
There were shoes, and the shoes were in the car, and there was like everything. So everywhere. Ew.
So it was.
Next time you go to the Buffett concert, make sure you take boots.
But that was a cool concert because Buffett actually had his albatross out there, and he was buzzing the crowd.
And landed in
Buckeye Lake.
Oh, okay.
Which was so cool. I mean, we're just like, of course, we were already 3 sheets to the wind for crying out loud. I mean, it was one big drunk fest because getting there, we were stopping at all these, little parrot head places to do stuff and get drunk and drink more, and then we go to the parrot. Yeah, so it was
tailgating.
It was a lot of fun, but oh my God, we burnt some brain cells in the process. So, but anyway, Friday night. We're here at the Beach Show Hideaway. We got the Shanty Hounds, brand new song here in just a bit that we're going to have Chris talk about and the whole 9 yards. But I want to get to another song, get into it. This is a really cool one because you and I have been on staycation, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I've just been kind of like not worrying about nothing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Until Thursday night.
You worry.
I worry all the time, but... I think this is a good one that I threw in here today. And then right after that is Sharice. And we'll talk a little more about Sharice because Sharice, who is a Key West local, plays down here. She plays over at the Yellowstone Coffee House. I think they're trying to get her for October. But really neat thing about her, she's got a brand new song. And it should be coming out the end of September. And we're going to try and get her on as a guest again. So Sharice is awesome. But we're going to get to a little bit of Willie Nelson. Worry Be Gone. 104.9
Will we be gone?
Barefoot Radio. Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle. Special guest in the studio at Beachy Shell Hideaway is the Shanty Hounds. Thanks for hanging out with us this Friday night, guys.
Yeah.
Give it just one more sip of that worry be gone. I'm planning on feeling much better before too long. Got a world of trouble that I need to forget. I'm on my way, but I ain't there yet. Give me just one more sip of that worry be gone. Everywhere I look, trouble is all I see. Can't listen to the radio, I can't stand TV. Well, I've got trouble with the air, trouble with the water. People ain't treating one another like they oughta. Give me just one more sip of that worry be gone. Don't wanna hear no preacher preaching, no more politician bitching. All those songs about love gone wrong got me wondering where my baby's gone. Well, I can't suffer fools wasting my time. Don't give me no advice that rhymes. Just give me just one more puff of that worry be gone. preacher, preacher. No more politician bitching. All those songs about love gone wrong got me wondering where my baby's gone. Give me just one more hit of that worry be gone. Yeah, give me just one more sip of that worry be gone. Give me just one more puff of that worry be gone.
Broke down on the side of Highway 49 with you. You're losing your coolant, leaks on the ground, transmission's loud. This ain't looking good. Under the hood, there's smoke and flames. You're calling me names like a cracked radiator in summer heat. Why'd you wait so long to work on what went wrong? Because morning lights were shining red, was corroded through the love we had. Oil leaking as fast as the truth came out. Oh, you had a fixer-upper, but there's no fixing her now. Call it tow truck, but 'cause you're out of luck with me. Damn, your shotgun riders have a backroom memory. I'm done with this high mileage run. Turn the radio to whatever you want. By the way, that oil change is months past due. Oh, because morning lights were shining red, was corroded through the love we had. Oil leaking as fast as the truth came out. Oh, you had a fixer-upper, but there's no fixing her now. Because morning lights were shining red, rust corroded through the love we had. Oil leaking as fast as the truth came out. Oh, you had a fixer-upper. Oh, you had a fixer-upper, but there's no fixing her now.
Hey y'all, I'm Sharice, a local Key West singer-songwriter. Y'all be sure to tune in to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday night from 8 to 10 p.m. And if you're hanging at home, that's cool. Just tune in online at barefootradiokey.com. Again, I'm Sharice, and you're listening to 104.9 Barefoot Radio.
But there's no
Thank
fixing
you, Sharice.
her.
And I'll tell you what, there's some brand new music coming out from her at the end of the month. And we're going to try and get her on board to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we can get it out there. She's a Key West local. She does really good. I love, and she was so much fun.
Is she recording here? Or
I think, because I think she went to right around the Alabama area.
Oh, okay.
And she might have done it up there. I don't know, but we're going to find out.
There's a lot of places.
Well, that's a good question to ask during her interview. Where are you recording?
Yeah, right. I'm hoping by get her in and talk about it, because that song "Fixer Upper" that she just did was really good. I liked it, and
I like her voice.
she. You know what? There's a lot of good musicians down here in Key West, and she's been one of them that I've enjoyed listening to. I did a small podcast, years ago, and she was the first one that I interviewed to get on there, and so yeah, it was so cool. Hey, I think Michelle Myers is listening in.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle Myers, we love
Myers.
you. We love you.
And so yeah, she's in Tennessee. Where is she at?
Memphis area.
In the Memphis area.
Is it Bartlett? Am I right with Bartlett?
I wouldn't know what town she's in. I know she's in the Memphis area, but I don't know if Bartlett's like next door where Danny lives, or
no, it's more like Memphis area.
That's
I think
down
she's
south further.
I think she said she was about 2 hours from Danny.
Yeah. So and she's always there. I mean, I think that room that they have, they kind of turn it into the Myers room. It's like, they should put like all this rum stuff in there and just call it the Myers room.
The Myers room.
Myers rum.
Myers rum. So yeah, no. I think she was just there recently. So she's tuned in. Let's talk about Manning. Okay. You got a brand new song out, Manning. I heard you play it last Sunday. So being on our staycation, Michelle and I have been going out doing stuff we don't normally do. And what was really cool?
Yeah, Bartlett.
Bartlett, there you go.
Bartlett, Tennessee.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I thought it was Bartlett, but
Bartlett.
But the cool thing is, when you play that at Two Friends, and that little bass, the thing, I'm like, that's a freaking cool song. I really like that. So the floor is yours. Tell us about it.
Just to start off, like just before we left to come over, I received an email. Pop it open for you.
Slide that mic just a hair over to you.
Sure. See who it's from and what it says.
Let's see, DMA George McClure.
George McClure is my publisher. McClure and Trowbridge Publishing.
Best song you've ever written yet. No, I have to agree with him.
It was like, wow.
You've got some really cool stuff. Your style. I've always said before we moved here, you were the type that would share your music, your lyrics, on how to play it.
Yeah.
And trust me, your song has like 17 chords in it, and I'm just like,
how do you do that one
again?
Like,
can you dumb that down for me to 3? Because
do I have to do that chord, or can I do a different chord that's easier?
The thing is, what I do is I write music in a different fashion than they do in Nashville. In Nashville, what everybody does, they get around, they write all these lyrics, and then they take a guitar and they say, well, bump, bump, and that's it. Myself, I go the opposite route. I come up
with a riff or something.
Yeah.
And Brian does that sometimes.
And it builds from there. And then when I have the thing pretty much, it always needs, trimming and stuff like that. That's natural. But then all of a sudden, I'll be just plucking it, and a line will come into my head out of nowhere. It's not like I'm thinking, what am I going to put there? No, I'm just playing the thing. All of a sudden, boom, a lyric comes out. And that's how everything starts.
Kind of like this, with your lyric that comes out. It's like, Chris Ream.
Not exactly.
No, but if I was writing a funk song like that, that's what I would have, and then all of a sudden I'd come up with the line, it would just come into my head.
He was just being silly.
I know.
I had to be silly.
He's testing out his new board here.
Oh, there's a new board.
I'm playing.
He's got effects.
I like it.
But go on, because you're right.
So the story behind this song it's a interesting story. I wrote the song back in 2002, and I never recorded it because I didn't have something for it to go with. And I'm doing this. When I'm living here, I'm writing Shanghai Maroon and Key West, and that song just wouldn't. It's a whole different genre. I've written a lot of country songs before,
right?
And this one's one of those. But in any case, what happened was, I was living in Miami with my second wife and her 3 daughters, and we were working and we were getting by and we were paying all the bills, but we weren't making any money. It was like paycheck to paycheck type thing. And we had a 3-bedroom house and everything was going great. And the kids were going to school and getting what they needed, but there wasn't any extra money. And then my mom passed away and she was up in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I was in Miami-Dade. And I called the airlines trying to get a bereavement fare, and I don't remember why, but they wouldn't grant me one.
You probably didn't have the death certificate.
That could be.
Yeah, there was one at that.
That could be. I don't remember. But in any case, so I had to go to my mom's funeral. I mean, I wasn't going to miss that. So the car we had, my then wife needed it for the kids, and it wouldn't have made it anyway, most likely. And so I say, well, I'll just hop the Hound. So I decided I was going to take the Greyhound. And I took the Greyhound. And the Greyhound would stop like every 50, 75 miles, in all these different truck stops.
What a way to
stuff.
see America.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
It didn't bother me. It wasn't something that, but you see, some interesting characters on the bus and stuff like that. But in any case, one of the many stops we made was in Manning, South Carolina. And I got off the bus and I went inside their store and they had, these little stock car models and they had the hot dogs rolling, and stuff like that. And then I went back on the bus and we took off and the same thing happened on the way back. But again, this is one of 50 stops we made.
Yeah.
But that was the one that stuck in my mind. And so I go to my mom's funeral. I come back. Everything's good. One day I'm sitting, maybe about a week or two after I get back, I'm just sitting in the backyard and I come up with that chord progression, which is, I think it's a pretty cool chord progression.
It is pretty cool.
I think it's really cool. I mean, just listening to it at Two Friends, I was like,
yeah. So
that is catchy. I like that.
I'm just playing those chords, and all of a sudden the thought of the Manning truck stop. Ouch! Michelle just banged her knee.
Ouch! I should do my shin that way. And I know that. I know that look.
So.
Am I going to pass out or not?
I hope not. Well, you're down the floor now. You can't fall down.
Hey, while you're down there, pick that up.
So I'm sitting in the backyard, and I'm playing my guitar. I come up with that progression, and I started thinking, that place in Manning, and all of a sudden the line comes, sitting in a truck stop, bus stop, broken in Manning. And initially, that line sounds like the truck is broken.
Right.
But really what is broken is the driver. Because as the song goes on, you'll hear that, he basically doesn't come out and say it, but he says it in between the lines. And it's an easy read but he basically what he did is he ran off on his fiancée, left her on the altar, and he took off in his semi he's from Alabama, and he went to Manning, South Carolina, and he's just hanging out in the parking lot there with his truck, and he's just listening to music and watching TV and drinking beer, and then in the end, those are the first two verses. The third verse, he finally wises up and says he's going to go back and he's going to face the music.
Right. So I got to ask this question because, first of all, it's a really good song.
Thank you.
I mean, sitting there at Two Friends the other day, I was like, I love this.
Oh, thank you so much.
I mean, it just the movement of the song, the lyrics. I mean, I was like, wow, this is a really cool song.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
And you had sent me a message.
Yeah.
And you had it in there, and like I have told so many people, I mean, I just cleared out like 800 emails because this staycation, I haven't done anything. I've just been very
good,
trying to do as little as possible, but try to hit the high points. And when I finally went through and I read that, and of course I listened to it the other night live at Two Friends, I was like, man, that is really cool. And then I went back and really absorbed what you sent me on that song, and I'm like, this has got to get into our rotation.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
So it's hopefully it's in there. I put it in there. We're going to get more and more play on that.
Thank you.
But no, I was really impressed. But I have a question for you when it comes to songwriting. I mean, I have a strange way the way I do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if I'm walking, I mean, I jot down stuff. I do this.
If you don't jot it down, it's gone forever.
And I think what I found interesting is that you wrote this or had this a while ago and just kind of maybe put it to the side.
Yeah, the song was written, and I wrote it in 2002.
I mean, how many songs? Because I have a few. I mean, this staycation, I just finished a song that I wrote probably back in Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had the opportunity, because Michelle said, write a song. You haven't done it in a while. And I finally took the opportunity. But I think like you, that song goes back, I've been, here in 6 years in Key West, and I wrote that back in Albuquerque. You know, you wrote this in 2002. How many other songs do you think you have sitting out there that you just...
Well, it was an interesting thing because I've been working on my new album, which is called Music from the Islands, and I was thinking I'm going to put this song on there, and I'm thinking, this song just doesn't, as always, it doesn't belong there.
Yeah,
it belongs someplace else. So I said, well, I got these other songs that also belong in kind of the same place as Manning. So now, as a result of that, I'm doing 2 albums at the same time. But I have my oldest song that is going to be on there. I wrote it down. I wrote all my stuff down.
We're getting old, so we have to do that stuff.
Yeah.
That's Danny Lynn and I were just talking about that before you got here, about how old we're getting.
Write it down.
You got to write it down.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm on the wrong one.
And yeah, so you got to do that stuff.
Okay.
It's what we have to do at our
Smile?
age.
Yeah. Now, Smile. I'm doing the other one. Hold on.
Oh.
All right. So, the name of the other album is going to be called "A Day Late and a $1 Short."
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah. So that song is the leadoff song. The next song, I've played Albuquerque.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
And I wrote that song in 1997.
You've never released that though?
I've never
recorded it.
I just made a demo recording.
Okay,
of a friend of mine who played piano.
Because when we used to come down
Jackson.
here, we used to always say,
You would
play
play that for
Albuquerque."
us?
Yes,
That
yeah.
one, and then you also had like a RV kind of America
Yeah, we
thing.
were going to be working on that one too. That's going to be on this album. And I've got, we've got another song, Born on Labor Day, that was written in 2003. Can't You Hear That Orange Blossom Special? That one is around the same time.
So you're listing all these songs that you've written a while back. Was there a reason why was it like a point where you're just like, I'm getting it out, I throw it in the drawer, and I'll come back to them later?
Yeah.
Because I have a theory, but I want to hear your comment first.
It's got to be something that I'm going to be using actively, and I'm starting to bring these songs back for this particular album. But yeah, they've never gotten. They always get stored away. In my case, it's on a computer, but and every now and then I'll play them. And like with Albuquerque, I started playing Albuquerque about the time that you guys were.
That's a great song.
Oh, thank you.
It really is. I mean, that was one we'd always say, please play that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm working.
It's a really good story, son.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that. The next time we have you in the studio live, I want you to play that live.
Okay.
Because, there's something about the recorded piece of it, and I've never heard the recorded piece of it. I always heard it live, and I'm sure it's just as good as it being live.
It's just a demo. It's myself on guitar, my friend Jackson Bun
He's
on
still
piano.
working on it.
But my point being is, even when you get done with it,
Yeah.
It's not the same as...
it's not the same as,
No, of
for
course not.
us
No,
at
it's
least.
not.
And
Yeah.
I would love to have you play that live on the radio.
Sitting
Sure,
around the
yeah.
campground
Yeah.
listening to it.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But my theory, because for me it was like the song I just had finished the other day was easier to finish because I had all the elements there, and when I got, I'll use the term jacking around with it. I was like, all right, this and this. I'm like, oh. And next thing you know, I'm like, it just flowed.
You know what it is? One of the analogies that I have in my brain, I don't even know if I've ever said this to anyone. Maybe I have. But if I haven't, for me what it is suddenly you have all these pieces of a puzzle and you have to put them together.
Yeah, exactly.
You're putting the puzzle together.
Exactly. And one of the verses that I had, and I'm sure this has probably happened to you, is I'm like, I need I mean, I get all these verse lines, you know, and next thing you know, I'm like
the lyrics,
the lyrics, verses. But I'm like, oh my God, I need a really good chorus. And I actually one of the verses that I came up with was the perfect chorus.
Yeah, you swapped them around.
I swapped everything. I'm like, oh my God, there we go.
Yeah. It's like that's not the lyrics. I mean, that's not the other part. That's the chorus. You know, that's not the verse.
Yeah. Callie McCool out in California says, "Hey to you."
Hey,
Callie McCool.
Hey. So I love the people who chime in here. So if you're listening in tonight,
California.
chime in and tell us you're listening in because
California.
We love hearing from everybody and thank you because he's one of the ones that listen in. But again, I think your lyric style, your guitar style, I find it so interesting. Especially,
it's unique. It's very unique.
It very is.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit more cerebral than a lot of the more popular stuff. My stuff doesn't appeal to everyone because of that. So
here's a question
cons.
from because I'm a simple guy. I like to I come up with some stuff, but you really come up with a lot of yip. I mean you'll have like
interesting
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chords, and it's just what makes you think of that, and
it's what I hear in my head.
Yeah,
I've got to put that down. And
he's first and foremost he's a musician, guitarist. He studied theory. He knows a lot about.
That's the thing is you know all the music theory and
so he's like, well, this. And every chord, it has a feeling.
You could hear the more complex chord, where there may be a way to do the more simple chord, but you hear the more complexities.
See the way I see with those chords, like let's just take a C chord. You have a straight C chord. Boom, sounds great. But if you're doing, whatever type of song you're doing, if you're doing a blues, you're going to want to have a C7 or maybe a C9, which will give it the blues feeling to it. Or if you're doing something more melodic, one of my favorite chords, which is you tell somebody who doesn't know music, they just know the basics, and you say, I need a C6 with an added ninth. They're going, oh my God, what the hell is that? Or a D6 with an added ninth. I say, and I've done this with any. I say, you only need 2 fingers to do this chord.
It's easier.
I can't. He has to show me because I can't see it.
I get that,
and it's backwards.
Yeah. Well, I get that because I'm sure I'd be the same way. I'd be like, what?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that it sounds much more complicated and intimidating than it really is.
Yeah,
and like when we play, what song? One of our startups. Yeah, when we play, I've had a daydreaming.
Oh. Yeah.
Instead of using the D chord, I use the D6 with an added ninth, and it has just a magical sound to it. It's just a beautiful sound. And again, you're using 2 fingers.
It does.
And you can use that instead of a D if you want, So
yeah.
It's fun to know what your options are.
Well, I want to get into the song. I want people, because we're talking about it, I want people to hear it, and we're going to come out of that song. And then I'm going to play one of Michelle's favorite songs of yours.
He knows what that one is.
Because we were coming back the other day. So I don't want to give it. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet.
They don't know, but we know.
But before you play the song, let me just I couldn't have done it without the people that helped me put it together.
But
Ian
first
Shaw,
you're playing the new one, right?
the new one. I'm speaking about the new one now. Ian Shaw is the producer, the recording engineer.
Ian.
We have Dennis Blackham, who is the guy who does the mastering. He's now living. He lived for like 50 some odd years in London. Then he moved to the Isle of Skye in the north of Scotland, and he just recently moved to Thailand. But he has mastered. He's mastered for everybody. I mean, the Who, the Rolling Stones. He's mastered for everything he touches turns to gold. And I'm going to guess he's in his 70s. He has to be.
But don't you love that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Oh, absolutely.
He loved our live album.
The street
Yeah.
cred.
And I think it's one of the best compliments that he's ever gotten, that we've ever gotten, was from him to the Shenihans, and also on some of my solo projects. He's told Ian, I really like what they're doing. And Ian said, he never says that about anything. So,
coming from Ian, I can believe that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and we haven't seen Ian in a long
But
time.
Ian didn't say it. Ian just passed it along. That
Yeah,
the
no,
other guys
exactly.
said.
Yeah. And but in any case, so those are the two mechanical engineers, if you will. But then I'm on guitar and slide guitar, and we have Claire Finley on bass.
Claire's awesome.
She is, and she and I have been working together for a while now on a lot of stuff. And then we have Randy Stint, who's somewhat new in town. Great drummer. He's on the drums. Erickson Holt. You know,
Erickson Holt. Yeah.
What can you say about Erickson Holt? I mean, he was a Nashville session player for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, totally good. Then we had Emily Randall.
I love Emily. Emily's awesome.
She's on violin.
It's wonderful.
And
she tunes in every now and then. Every now and then I get a message from her saying, I love your show.
I love
She's a
Emily so
sweetheart.
much. She
Oh,
is
she's
such
awesome.
a gracious person.
Yeah.
And do we have anything else? After I listen to it, I'll say, I forgot to mention so-and-so.
Well, you know, we're going to come back after the song. So, I mean, if you forget anybody, bring it back up
I'll
then.
do that.
But I just want to throw out there, Edward Contreras, the train man, is out there. He's like, man, I love this songwriter conversation, you know, because
cool.
this is
Thanks,
cool
man.
stuff. I love talking with other musicians to get, you know, their opinion or their, you know,
Perspective.
yeah.
Or just why did you write that? How did you write that? What were you thinking?
You know, one of the things that I do, and I just did this on my own. I don't know. I never picked it up from anybody. I'm not saying I originated, because maybe billions of other people do the same thing. But whenever I come out with a song, I'll put the story of the song out, also the lyrics and the personnel on my blog.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And then we got Heather, hippie chick. She goes, so we have Uncle Alex, Maureen, Benfield, Tiffany. Oh, and my phone just went dark on me.
What?
Hang on 1 second. And then we've got from Pittman, New Jersey, listening in on YouTube. So, guys, thank you so much for listening to us. We're going to play Key West Chris Ream's brand new song, which I loved it.
thank you.
I love the, you know, again, the country side of it, if that's what you want to call it. But I love the bass notes in a lot of what I heard. I'm just like, this is freaking cool. So, Chris Ream, brand new song, Manning. It's in the lineup here. So, guys, thanks for tuning in to B-Man Michelle's Coastal Confessions right here on 104.9 Barefoot Radio, WXKW.
Sitting at a truck stop, bus stop, broken in Manning. Manning's just the place I ought to be. Further back home, way down in Bama. Looking at the watches, what's become of me? Here there are hot dogs on a roller grill, stock car models standing still, yeah. Somewhere around Bama there, waiting on my call. In my heart I feel the pain, you know the cement here's got tobacco stains, but it's raining down in Bama. But Manning, it's a sunny day in Manning. It's a sunny day. Sitting right here, ain't going nowhere. Manning, hanging in the sleeper, watching my TV. Cell phone ringing off the hook. Email page, solid book, but it's raining down in Bama. But Manning, it's a sunny day. In Manning, it's a sunny day. I'm heading now, Manning. Conscience got the better part of me. Heading back home, gonna face the music in Bama. I'll take it on the chin and get what's coming to me. She'll probably slap me in the face, tell me I'm a big disgrace. Bama's looking brighter every day. She'll take me back, cross my fingers, she'll cut me slack, 'cause it's raining here in Manning, but never. It's a sunny day in Bama. It's a sunny day in Bama. It's a sunny day.
Wow, that was Manning, and man, was that really good. That was fabulous.
Thank you so much. And thanks to all the people who helped me in it.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been done without any of them. And all their contributions were fabulous.
I mean, we're sitting there, Emily Randall.
Yeah.
I mean, her violin is just...
Oh, she's so...
I mean, you talk about a pro. She's so good.
Here's the funny thing about that particular
Get in that
song.
mic a little bit.
Here's the thing about that particular song with Emily. Being as she plays the violin / fiddle, that song, it's kind of like the difference between a violin and a fiddle is just the way you play it. It's the same instrument, nothing different, just the way you play it.
Yeah.
And on that one, it's like hovering between the two. It's more violin than fiddle, but it has that fiddle feel to it here and there.
Yeah.
And it was just fabulous. Working with her, what she did is she recorded it up in Washington, D.C. at the University of America. And they have their studio.
Yeah.
She sent pictures of their studio. It's like, holy crap. It was like, that was like the state-of-the-art recording studio.
I honestly think she's posted that before.
She may have, yeah.
And we've seen that. I mean, what a professional, what a true pro, and she's still in the Army?
She's still in the Army.
Still in the Army? I mean, I thank God for her service.
She has an engineer friend, and right now, I knew I'd forget somebody's name, and I forgot his name. I've never met him. I've just exchanged emails with him a couple of times. But he was the one who got her in there, and he was the one who recorded her. He was the engineer. If you're listening, Emily, let me know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize for forgetting his name. But they both did just a superb job.
Well, I heard it 2 Friends live the other night. I was blown away. I mean, because I was just like, that is a great song. And I had not heard it yet when you sent it to me because I just wasn't getting into my email and reading anything purposely.
I get that.
But when I heard that song, I'm like, I'm going home and opening up those emails because I wanted to know the story behind it. I wanted to hear the song that you recorded.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, just as good as it is live, it is just as good recorded. So
it has an intensity.
It does, yeah. And I showed you my publisher just wrote me back just before we came. He said he thought that's the best song I've ever written. I could never pick out which I think is the best, because the best one is the one that you're in the process of writing.
Yeah.
So
and Pam Smith, or I'm sorry, Patty Smith from Maryland is listening in. Patty, she and thank you, Heather, for sending out these updates, because I think they're catching all the YouTube stuff, because Danny Lynn has got this. I think he's on YouTube, Twitter. I forget the other spot that we're on.
He's all over the place.
he is.
I mean, this is so cool. I mean, I called Danny last night. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go live on your because I was trying to figure out how can I,
Because
from
we're at
here.
home without the plug-in thingy. That's easy. I'm sorry, I'm far away from the microphone.
There's always a way. It's just figuring out, the technology part.
Yeah. So, but no, Danny's like, I'm like halfway home. I'm just like, I'd had enough for the day, and I'm like, and he's like, you know what you should do, and I'm thinking, or he goes, no, I think he said, I think I have the answer for you, and the answer was, he goes, quit 104.9 and come to Tiki Man Radio. And I said that. He goes, no, but yes. He's like, I can capture this and play it. So I'm like, all right, so we've got a fix for this so that we can have a good show tonight, and expand what we're doing.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody up there in Harrison Bay.
He wouldn't want to do that every weekend, but I mean, if we have to, then, then we can.
There's ways around it. What Michelle said.
Well, Michelle and I mean, we like to go on the road, and we've been really good about taking this show on the road with us. And
We've done it from Disney, from Disney World, from the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, I wanted to put a good show. I mean, I had you guys coming on. I really wanted to make it special. And so, yeah. And this is even better to be in the studio, because we're here in our kitchen. We're here with pizza, and we're having a great time. So
And there's all this liquor.
Shh, don't talk about that.
People are going to break into our house.
People are going to break in the house.
No, it's not that.
They got to get past Spike.
And Rick the
It's all
Stick.
small bottles.
And Rick the Stick is listening in.
Oh, good. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Rick the Stick and Patty.
Matter of fact, I played that song for Rick up when we were up in Harrison Bay.
Oh, so he got to hear it before the rest of us.
I did it on his show, because we were talking about it, because it's, he's got a truck driving background, and this is about a truck driver, so.
How appropriate, because Rick the Stick does have a show on Sunday nights on Tiki Man Radio. Remember the time? Is it
no? Because we never catch it, because we're playing every Sunday night 7 to 10. So
yeah, but so he's got a great show. I've heard a lot of great things about it. So
Actually, really good music.
So Rick the Stick, and of course Ed says I'm not calling him because I love listening to what's going on with you guys on the air. Well, there you go. So thank you guys so much.
Ed and Pat are such great friends.
I love Ed and Pat.
how could you?
We're getting ready for the 6th annual Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase.
This is the 6th one?
104.9 is a part of that, because Gary comes down and he broadcasts. We simulcast live both radio stations. And we've done it for the last 5 years. We're going to do it this year, the 6th year of it. You guys have been in all 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, 6 years, because you're playing this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. It's really, it's very important to us, actually, to be involved in it. Very much so.
Well,
And to the point where we're not really involved in all that much with MOTM this year. We're involved in yours.
Well, we're not in any other songwriter showcases that I'm aware of.
You're doing a pit stop party up at Boondocks. I saw you on the list.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
And we have another gig.
And then we're going up to Jolly Roger, up on Marathon, and we're gonna do some music up there. So.
Is that another pit stop
part
party?
part of the caravan.
Oh, you're doing
cool.
Oh, you're doing that Donnie Brewer crap.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Brewer.
That's what it is.
Stuff.
Yeah, they don't.
But we're getting paid for it.
Stuff.
They don't include me anymore because
they know you're busy.
Yeah, you're one of them.
They suck.
No, they know you're
You've got
busy.
too much to do. You're an important person, Brian.
Hey,
But
you know
really,
what?
that's it for us. We're not
Well, I
doing
want you to have a
anything
good time.
else. We're going to do the sailboats, because we plan on them every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
But when I called them up, they got back to me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're already booked on those days for MOTM." So,
Well, it happens. It's just like
Well, for 2023, it's not MOTM anymore.
right,
That's more of the music.
Gary.
At Tiki Man Radio.
yeah.
Songwriter
it's going
Showcase.
to be a new thing.
Gary had been saying, it needs a new name. It needs a new name, and He's right. It needs a new name, so I'll be curious to see what
it's funny because
Trop Rockin' in Paradise.
I joke around about it, but I tell people we're not trying to outdo MOTM.
No.
I don't want the drama.
No.
I don't want the boards. We have a fun event that I want to see
Your
continue.
particular little event. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably a whole lot of people in
And
Key
you're
West that
raising
might
money
want
for-
to do other things. So, yeah.
Yeah,
And you're raising money for local charities.
Yes.
and I have no desire to be an MOTM.
Michelle, what local charities?
Oh, there's
are
all
we
kinds
raising?
of.
Well, there's
for
what
you
is it?
guys.
Well, I mean, our first year doing this, we had four charities the first year. We had
Surf Riders.
Reef Relief, Surf Riders. I can't think of the
Sister Seasons. Yeah. Because it was,
was it Sister Season, and then we did an event because they just had the hurricane up in Mexico Beach, and we raised money for that and sent money up to
those
the
guys.
Paradise Club up there for that. So I had 4 charities that year, and let me tell you what, that was not easy. Oh, you know what? I know what it was. It was Key Strong. That we sent money to.
Because of Irma.
Exactly. So we had sent money to that. And the second year, we whittled it down to just a couple, and then finally we just said Surf Riders is it. They've been part of our charity for the last. Well, they've been there from the beginning, but we just kind of it's easier to deal with one at that point, and
It helps to focus on
particular
smaller.
Oh, very much
not
so.
a smaller, but like a particular, like 1 or 2, I think is plenty. It's actually a lot.
Well, it for us, it just.
It's cool to spread it around, but it's hard to for a little 3-day event to do that much work for everybody.
Yeah, it really gets down to where it's tough.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we have a great event. I have so many cool sponsors. We're picking up more and more sponsors every day that are contributing to what we're doing. 2023, we've already got musicians lining up already to be a part of it. We just want to have fun, and whether MOTM is here or not, if they come back, that's great. We're still going to be doing what we're doing, and I think Danny and I from the very beginning have been very committed to bringing the masses cool music. We include locals. We include the new artists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God, I can remember coming down here and I wanted to play, and we weren't looked at as worthy.
Yeah.
And so we want to give somebody a place to where they can expand their abilities and of course bring
everybody's got to start.
Let the new people in.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Let the new people play.
Exactly.
Look
So
at Bill Crowley, for God's sake.
Bill Crowley, who is Beach Buddha's Artist of the Month.
What?
Him and Alan Jax Bowers.
Alan Jax Bowers.
So we're going to talk about that here.
That's who I forgot.
He plays.
Alan Jax Bowers is on my song.
No, he's on his CD. He's on
there you go.
He's on my CD that's coming out.
And he's Beach Buddha's. What? Because they're doing 2 this month. He wanted to do Alan Jax Bowers, but I'm like,
Well, you have so you have a musical artist and then you have a musician.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Alan is he's a sideman.
Yeah.
He's not. It's not like he makes an album himself.
But we can't forget those guys.
Oh, of course not.
My God.
No,
Yeah, they're awesome.
So that's really cool that he's an artist of the month.
Super freaking talented.
So I knew he and Bill Crawley were doing some music together, new music.
Okay.
And I had said, and I know they did some old music together that Bill's got out. So I'm like, talking with Beach Buddha, he's like, what do you think of Alan? I'm like, that's a great choice. But I'm like, what music is out there? And I knew Bill Crawley, and I said, how about him and Bill Crawley? And he's like, oh my God, match made in heaven. And that's where we came up with the 2 of them being paired together for this month. So.
Good.
And he's on, is he on Manning?
Yes, he is.
There you go.
That's the person I'm saying. I know there's somebody else. And the worst part of this.
How can you forget the drummer?
He's not the drummer. He's a percussionist.
He's also
there is a
drummer.
difference.
Randy Stint is the drummer. Alan is percussion.
Right.
But the worst part of this is that when I originally
Alan is
posted
also my
it a
drummer.
couple of weeks ago, I listed all the musicians and I forgot Alan. Here tonight, I forgot Alan.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, and I love Alan. He's just such a great guy.
It happens. I get it. So, real quick, because I want to get into one of Michelle's favorite songs of yours, but Danny Lynn is making a comment, we got too big for MOTM, and they left town.
There's not enough room in this town.
Killing it.
Get out of here.
You guys are killing it.
Well,
We don't want you here.
We lived in the Old West for a while, so maybe it's like that.
The old West.
You know what? Of all nights you get on that mic, you're on that mic big time.
New Mexico.
She's hot.
She's hot. She's
hot.
She's hot as heck.
And people should see her. She
And
looks
then I got one more
amazing.
thing to say is, and then Danny Lynn
gorgeous
goes,
dress on.
those two will be on the Sunday show next week, Bill and Alan. So next week he's got Bill Crawley and the guy you always forget.
Alan.
AJB.
Fred.
Phil.
John.
Fred the percussionist. He'll be joining Bill Crawley.
Alan Jack Spowers. AJB.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's one thing I wanted to bring up, if you don't mind.
No, please. This is your hour.
A couple of things. Is that
This is your show?
several years ago, and this is just food for thought. We're not but I said to Danny Lynn, I said, you know what you should do? You should have a show where artists can send in demos and like on an off night, like a Monday night or a Tuesday night. They can have the demo night. Maybe it's once a month.
That's a great idea.
And like
that.
Say, hey, you know, Brian Fields has this new song that he wrote with Michelle, and they're going to play it for you right, or they're going. This is a recording they sent of us. It's not a professional recording, but this is the bare bones. Thing. I think a show like that would be great. You could probably have in an hour. You could probably have 15 different artists.
I like that idea.
So that was one of my.
So hey, so Dan, if you're listening, maybe you should have kind of like the
thing
demo
about
hour.
The thing I'm thinking about with Danny is that he's just too damn busy now. He's got all this stuff going on.
Let me tell you what.
All the bugs to kill.
He is the master.
He should come down here.
If anybody should get a sack of nuts from the Sack Award, should be Danny for all the work he does.
Yes,
he's
There's a SAC award?
You don't know about the SAC
Shunned
Award?
Artist Coalition.
Shunned Artist Coalition. So us artists, I'm hoping Michelle and I win again this year.
The SAC
Because
award?
what
you guys
was
got some nuts?
Last year we
In the mail?
won.
we won a sack of nuts last year.
We won best show from a liquor store. Best live show from a liquor store.
That's a riot.
Okay, so who sent you the nuts?
No,
Well, we didn't get anything.
we didn't get any nuts, but
We,
we
it was
just got the title.
we just got the title. So, but this year he's making like awards
I just
that
thought maybe
looks like
this
a
was
sack of
like
peanuts.
something with the Browns.
Yeah. So
Not the Brown. No, this was
Not the Browns?
This is Tim Campbell.
yeah, Tim Campbell's put this all together. Yeah. Yeah,
I want a sack of nuts.
It's a Shunned Artist Coalition award.
Shunned
And
Artist?
because we don't win Trop Rock
Shunned
music,
Artist Coalition?
Shunned Artist
SAC.
Coalition. The SAC.
I've been shunned for 10 years.
Well, here's the thing. Without
Let
using,
Tim know.
Without using an acronym, there's a certain group of people. And if you're either in that group of people or you're not, there's a word for that, and I'm not going to use it, but we all know what it is.
Somebody said that.
That's what happens when the door closes. Click. And it closes on everybody that's not in the group. So
So you should be SAC award winners.
We're in the
too,
B
like
list
this.
with Paul Roush.
Yeah, Michelle and I, we try, but I don't really care. You know what?
You know what? You got to do what is
We have
good.
fun.
You got to do what you have fans, you have friends, you have people you take care of, and
we do it for fun.
enjoy yourselves. So like you have your people.
Yeah, exactly.
And they have you, and that's all that matters.
All right.
Like,
We're
yeah,
all
sure.
not going to be like, we're not going to
Make
be
my music
nationwide.
for
Hell
money.
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get to another song.
Yeah.
I want to play another song.
You gotta play this
Can you
song
guys
first.
hang around for a few? I mean, I know
Yeah.
you said you had to leave because you have a gig in the morning.
no, but this
Oh,
is
we
fine.
can
You guys have stayed out later
Okay,
than
till
this
10.
for crying out loud.
No,
And we're
no.
done at 10 o'clock, or we can go till 10:30. I don't care. It's like, it's the radio's all ours.
We can do that. We have guitars.
Yeah, we
I can dig it. You can dig it.
we can do
We
it.
can take a chicken.
We can
Can
do it.
you
So
dig it?
I want to get to another song. This is Michelle's favorite one, and then we're going to get into a song right after that because I have to go potty.
Key West Chris song.
And yeah, it's going to be. And then we'll get one of Danny's in there. And
Oh, you don't have to.
no, I want to.
Yeah.
I want to. And then we're going to do a Blast Beer commercial because we love Tad and Lindsay. And you know where they're at right now?
Massachusetts.
No, they're in England
Oh, I didn't know they went to
yeah,
England.
they
because the
When did
Queen passed
I
away.
think
Right.
they're in
No, I
line
had a
to pay
text from
respects.
God
from
save the
Tad
Queen.
maybe
I
about
believe
3 or
they're
4
in
days
line
ago.
to pay respects.
Yeah, well, you know what?
God Save the Queen.
I could have sworn he's
now
in.
it's God Save the Queen.
I could have sworn he's in
now it's
England.
No, he might be.
Yeah.
The text I got from him was like
King
3 or 4
Charles
days ago.
Third.
Yes. So,
1, 2, 3.
and I want to make one thing clear is, at the Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase, November 3rd through the 5th, that's Saturday the 5th, from 3 to 4 o'clock, we're actually doing the SAC Awards.
Sack of nuts.
We are
Sack of
doing the
nuts?
SAC Awards. And it's sponsored by Tiki Man Radio. And Tim Campbell's, he's the...
He's going to hand out the
He's
MC.
the MC. He's MCing it. And then following that hour of passing out the sack of nuts,
Yeah.
or the sack awards,
So excited.
his band's going to play 4 to 6.
Okay.
Great.
Well, apparently we have nothing going on Saturday.
So it's going to be a great time. Thank you, Danny, for
Vote's been canceled.
thank you, Danny, for reminding me.
Thanks, Boomer.
So yeah, so
I think he's.
No, I'm
he's
just
on.
kidding.
I know.
I'm kidding.
I don't know who's on the boat. Our boat.
Whoever's doing our boat, I don't care.
who cares?
It's funny.
As long as it doesn't sink.
No, yeah. The only reason I wish that is because I want to be on
You know
it
what?
the
Because
following week.
NSYNC is a bad name for a boat.
Yes, it is. NSYNC is a bad name. All right, we're getting some music, guys. I'm hoping this next song comes up is Michelle's favorite.
I hope so, too.
I didn't take it out of sync, but
I know what it is.
Here we go. Thanks for listening to B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on 104.9 Barefoot Radio.
It's just a happy little song.
I didn't play this song.
WXKW Key West is 1049 Barefoot Radio. Powered by Barefoot Billy's World Class Water Sports. Call 44 Barefoot today.
Nailtini Nail Bar and Day Spa in Key West offers a relaxing and serene atmosphere. Whether you are visiting Key West or a local, Nailtini is your temporary getaway from stressful everyday life. We provide a wide range of services. Dr. Lesson offers Botox and fillers by appointment only. We have skincare that includes waxing and facials. And for nails, it's not just a pedicure. You can get gel, you can get acrylic. While our skilled professionals pamper you and your guests, you can sit back and enjoy a relaxing manicure, pedicure in one of our massage chairs and enjoy a complimentary martini or other drink option. To see all our spa services, visit us at our website, nailtiniKeyWest.com, or call 305-294-4443 to talk with one of our skilled professionals and to make your appointment today.
Day and I'm on my way and I love to feel the heat. See palm trees and coconuts get the sand in my feet. And life just don't get better all the while. Carpe diem sees the day. Who needs a car? This is island time. This is my beach. On the beach, out from the street, smell the fries cooking in that summer heat. Won't stand by the window on the front beach top. Get off of that computer and be on my way. Time's a wasting, life's too precious. Better start walking out the door. Get on my bike, be on my way. good times have begun. Oh, stand by the window on the phone and be talking. Get off of that computer and be on my way. Life's a waste and time's too precious. Better start walking. Out the door, get on my bike, be on my way. Shining, I'm bound. Oh yeah. Come on, everybody. What a treat.
Could you put a little oil on my back?
Yeah, that sun beats down. I jump in the water. You bet. Hey, I'm at the beach.
The water's fine.
And I just don't get better all the while. Carpe diem, seize the day.
Eso se siente. También.
Oye, mami. Oye, ven acá. ¿Trajiste la toalla? Oye, quiero un mojito.
¿Un mojito? Sí. Es una gran idea. Sí, papi.
Sweet Harriet here. I just found out about Blast Beer Company. It's your local, family-owned, very small business. They have 3 great-tasting, crafty beer styles to choose from. Save the Day IPA, Hazy Lady, and my personal favorite, the Southernmost Pint. Ask for it in your favorite bar or restaurant. To find Blast Beer near you, visit blastbeerco.com. Have a blast, Key West!
This morning getting licked by a dog, lying on the beach with my head in a fog, looking around and wondering where I am.
If you love the same 40-year-old songs 40 times a day, may I suggest hitting the scan button in either direction? This is 104.9 Barefoot Radio, Key West. Catch Mike Weinhofer's Key West, Florida Fishing Show live from the Perry Hotel and Marina, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Mike brings in fishermen from all around the Keys to discuss that week's catch. Order the seafood tower with friends at Matt's, or a greasy cheeseburger with fries at Salty's, or check out the music at Sloppy's Dockside. It's all happening every Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. This is as good as life gets down here. Kick off those flip-flops and start your weekend in the Keys off right. Captain Mike's Key West, Florida Fishing Show. Listen live, worldwide, online at barefootradiokey.com.
When someone asks, what's the one thing I should do in Key West? The answer is always get out on the water. And Key West's signature trip around the island is Barefoot Billy's original jet ski tour. Circumnavigate our tiny Caribbean island at speeds up to 40 miles per hour. Your licensed jet ski guide will show you Sunset Key, the southernmost point, and other points of interest along the way. Jet ski tours run every hour on both sides of the island. And all Barefoot Billy's trips come with a complimentary shuttle in Key West and Stock Island, to and from your house or hotel. Ask about locals discount pricing with Monroe County ID. When someone asks, what should I do in Key West? You tell them, the original. Go Barefoot. Call 44-BAREFOOT and reserve your island jet ski tour today with Barefoot Billy's world-class water sports. Proud title sponsor of 104.9 Barefoot Radio.
Fish nuts. Everybody here wanna try those nuts I'm talking about.
If y'all are craving a fish sandwich, you better be going to B.O.'s Fish Wagon for the freshest fish in Key West. I kid you not. On the corner of Caroline Street and William Street. It's in the historic Seaport. Wine and beer, the best fries you'll ever wrap your lips around, and the best fresh onion rings ever.
This is Buddy Owen, P.O.'s Fish Wagon, with my lovely wife, Holly, Buddy Holly Show. Come on down and grab some grub.
Good grub.
How you like that?
Yeah, that's all.
Fresh grub.
Fresh grub. Do you agree, Holly?
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, she hates being on the radio. She is not a ham.
Hi there, I'm Jim Brady. Most people know me as the Concord Public Beer Ambassador and your local draft beer expert. Have you heard about Blast Beer Company here in Key West? They have 3 great tasting crafty beer styles to choose from. The Southernmost Pint, a Golden Ale, Save the Day American IPA, and a New England style IPA Hazy Lady. My personal favorite being from New England, of course. Ask for it in your favorite bar or restaurant. To find Blast Beer near you, visit blastbeerco.com. That's blastbeerco.com. Have a blast, Key West.
I'm sure glad you're here.
That's enough commercials. You want more commercials? Just go buy some. We're back to music.
104.9 Barefoot Radio.
Keeps rolling on like a melody from your favorite song. It may rise and it may fall. When you've seen it all, just might be the time to move along.
saw it all by 63. Still he couldn't say he was happy. Something deep inside said saddle up and ride straight down A1A and to the Keys. Now he's nowhere to be found, and I hear his southern bound. Old man in a new like an old friend. That 7 Mile Bridge is calling out to him. Now it's reached the end of the line. Somehow he's hoping he might find what's eluded him everywhere he's been before he runs out of time. Now he's nowhere to be found, and I hear his southern bound. Old man in a new town. He's just a new man living in old
Hiya, Key West Vanessa here. You're listening to Coastal Confessions on 104.9 Barefoot Radio. Now back to our hostess with the mostest, B-Man and Michelle.
Yes, I'm the hostess with the mostest right here on 104.9 Barefoot Radio, simulcasting on Tiki Man Radio out of where?
Harrison, Tennessee.
Harrison Bay, Tennessee.
Harrison Bay.
Well, there's a bay there, but you know.
That's a town's name, I think, isn't it?
No, I think it's just Harrison.
Is it? Okay.
Let's just say Tennessee.
We'll have to ask Danny Lynn.
It's near Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had this comment, and let me turn this radio down here, because I like listening to us on the radio because we all sound great.
You guys sound amazing.
Hey, guess what? Bill Crawley is listening in.
Yay.
The lovely Bill Crawley.
And Bill Crawley is what?
He's what?
He is the Beach Buddha Drop Rock Artist of the Month.
Yeah.
He's the Judah of the
And
month.
it's a unique thing because he's teamed up. I think this is the first time that two people teamed.
Right along with
Alan Jax Bowers.
And I wanted you to say it because he was...
Because you are forgetful.
I love Alan.
No, but I wanted you to say it. And there's something else.
Hi, Bill. We're so proud of you.
Woohoo!
Love me some Bill. Does that sound bad?
The lovely Bill Crawley.
I'm sorry, Sean.
There's a certain block
He's
on Duval
laughing
which
his
that'll
butt
go
off
over
right
well.
now. I'm sure of it. Sure of it.
No, his wife Sean is awesome. So Sean, I meant
we
that
love you.
in all of the
We love you
innocent
too.
ways. So
We love you more. Actually,
I got to bring
Not
this up.
inappropriate ways.
I got to bring this up because Ed
love you
Contreras.
inappropriately. I mean, not inappropriately.
Ed Contreras out in Crown Point, Indiana. This is how far we reach. And you know what? We go around
I know where
the
Crown
world,
Point
baby.
is.
Yeah.
It's in Indiana.
Have you been there?
No, it's in Indiana
Okay,
though.
well, I knew that. He goes, you guys
It's
are
about
having
lake.
a great... okay.
Try it again.
Google.
You guys are having too good of a conversation to interrupt. LOL, sounding great tonight. Listening to you guys on the radio brings us there. This is what I love to hear.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
what I care about. Sitting in the living room, having drinks, and a great conversation, and remembering times on the porch of the Cork and Stogie.
Yeah.
Miss the Cork and Stogie. This is the
miss
reason
it
we love Key
so
West
much.
family. Yes.
It brought so many of us together.
It sure did, yeah.
And he said we didn't have to mention that, but no, I wanted to mention that because I think that's one of the things that Michelle
I
and
feel
I.
like you need to find a way to bring the Cork and Stogie back, even if it's just like in a virtual way.
You know what? Let's just open our patio
We
here.
need like a virtual Cork and Stogie.
We'll open our patio and just bring a bottle of wine. Let's all just hang out.
Well, it's wine and beer, you know,
Wine and beer.
and cigars.
Then again, there's the bearded lady. I think I'm really impressed with the bearded lady. I don't get
I've
there.
not been there.
I have not. I've not been there as much as I want to be, but whenever I go, I have a great time there. And it's kind of.
It's a very nice place,
Yeah.
but it's not
But
the Cork and Stogie. It's not the
ornate or
atmosphere.
anything.
Yeah,
We have
it's
not
the
been
same
there.
thing.
And so we need to go to the bearded lady.
Yeah, check it out.
Is there actually a bearded lady there?
No, the bearded lady.
Only when Brian is there.
Brian is
and not you, Brian.
Not me.
Brian.
Not you, Brian.
I'm the most hairless dude around.
No, Brian Miller. He's got
Brian Miller.
he's got quite the beard.
He looks like a brewer.
Really?
Yeah, he's got one of those big brewer beards, you know.
BZ?
No, Brian Miller.
different
Brian
guy.
Miller.
Oh.
I
Brian Miller.
saw
Look,
BZ today.
we saw BZ today.
I saw BZ today. He showed me his chest.
Okay.
He always like flashes me his nipples. Just the way it is.
Only in Key West.
But he's not very hairy, right?
Not real hairy. That's like normally hairy.
Normally.
He's got hair and nipples.
He's normally hairy.
That's a song,
Put
isn't
that
it?
in the song bank.
Yeah, we can
And he's
make
not
it into
very
like a
broad.
lounge type of song, you know.
Hey, some people have a spank bank. You got a song bank.
Yeah.
Spank bank.
You.
I said song bank.
I
No,
didn't hear that
first
right.
you said something.
Yeah, some people do.
I thought it was spank bank.
So anyway, so you guys go down to the what's that place called again? We were just talking about the bar, the
Oh, the bearded lady.
Bearded Lady.
The bearded lady.
We've
yeah.
never been.
And they won, by the way, the best. I think it was the best beer bar or something like that.
It's
Let's-
really
Craft beer bar.
There we go. Little clap.
congratulations.
All right, congratulations to them.
It's right by. It's not far from the Parrot.
It's across the street from the Parrot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, diagonally.
Oh, yes. We've walked by there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
If you're coming from here
It's,
and you're going
next
down
to-
Southern,
It's in
You
the
were
same.
acting like you didn't know where it was.
Yeah, Lost
I
Bay
didn't,
Creations.
but now
and
I do.
whatever, yeah.
No, I knew where it was.
It's a
at.
place with the dog-friendly thing.
You can take your dog in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We-
the dog's
and we
never on
have-
duty.
And we have taken the dogs in there.
but it's right across the street from the Parrot on Southern
Yes.
Street. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, by the way, the Parrot is probably, in my opinion, the best bar in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't get there
It's
that
got
often.
great music and everything.
It's
amazing.
everything. It's got.
And it's a community
Dude, they-
center.
It's even better since they stopped smoking.
And it's a community center.
Do they do?
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
I didn't know that.
There's less smoke in there than there
They
used to
have
be.
ukulele night, and they have.
I used to have to
bingo
like
night.
sit across the street.
Wait.
Those are the two nights I don't
We
go.
talking the bearded lady?
No, the parrot.
No, the Parrot.
Now
The Parrot has ukulele night.
You lost.
I made the
track of
mistake of
this.
saying the Parrot's the best bar in the world, and then all of a sudden that changed
Like,
the
when the hell
subject.
did we switch to the
So I
parrot? We were
apologize.
talking
When
about
he
the
said it.
bearded lady.
The bearded lady. Let's talk about the bearded lady because that's what we're originally talking
What
about.
about the bearded parrot?
We're getting into like a Gary type of a conversation where somebody says one word out of a sentence and he takes it and runs off, and next thing you know, you're in
Well, I know.
Siberia.
I was like, when the hell did we switch to the green parrot?
He said green parrot, and we started talking about the green
We
parrot.
said it was across the street from
and
the green
no,
parrot.
but you said that was the green parrot was the best.
And I did.
bear.
And suddenly
I'm
you're
guilty.
And suddenly you're
Guilty.
Okay, so now you're Gary.
I am tonight's Gary. Yes,
You are Gary.
I'm tonight's
I'm
Gary.
I'm looking at my phone. I'm keeping track of stuff, and I'm like, when the
Yeah,
hell did we
you're
start
doing
talking
too
about
many
the
things.
parrot?
You weren't listening.
Well, I'm trying to be a producer here.
No, you weren't listening.
Good Lord. So, what about the
He's
green
a
parrot?
producer.
That's all I had to say about it. That's
He
all I had
said
to
the
say.
green parrot was the best bar.
But hey, the place right
Ever.
next to the green parrot closed.
They closed, and you know why they closed?
Why?
Because they couldn't get employees. Because all these employees, all these people that are working,
Yeah.
the houses they're in have been turned into Airbnbs, and there's no place for them to
Nobody
live.
can live
True
anywhere,
that.
and they can't work anywhere.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is, over time, they're going to have all these Airbnbs, and they're going to go out to a restaurant, and,
and
it's going to be
nobody's
closed.
going to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
There is going to be a
work.
time.
Nobody's going to work
There's
there.
going to be a time when Airbnbs have lost their flavoring, and there's not going to be anybody in the Airbnb.
No, it's all it's all a cycle.
They'll figure it out eventually.
And I feel bad, I get on my soapbox here, but I feel bad for all the people who live down here, work hard down here, and can't find housing down here.
Oh my God!
And they have to move.
And that's what it's all
And
about.
you got all these rich SOBs. I said it.
We're hanging in. Yeah.
Are taking over stuff, and it just.
We're in Perry Court. We're hanging in there because
Perry Court. We're kind of in an island,
I mean, it used to be like people would move in and out of there pretty frequently, but now there's like nowhere else to go.
There's nowhere else to go.
Really?
No. I mean, and thank God for us. We just renewed our lease today.
Thank God.
Yay.
I'm glad you guys are staying here because
And
this place is amazing.
It is still affordable. So
Yeah,
And
for
it
us.
looks, it looks great.
I love our land. I love the people who the housing.
the property management.
Property
people.
management, and you got to give credit to the owner of the building that hasn't said, you know what, I could say y'all got to go, and then turn around and raise it $1,000 more.
But it's so homey in here. You guys have really made. Yeah, I know everybody out in Radio Land can't see this, but this place is just fun and relaxing, and it's got artwork, and it's got a Christmas tree, and it's got fun stuff. So there you go.
And Danny Lynn from Tiki Man Radio loves coming here. He stays here during the our songwriters event.
I would like to stay here for no particular reason.
And Heather, she's here, and we have animals that you can feed and pet.
Three pussycats.
This is kind of like we should make this an experience.
It's a petting zoo.
Kind of like the dolphin thing. This is the cat experience.
It's a cat experience. Welcome to the.
I mean, you could go to the Hemingway house and see the cats.
No,
but you could come to our house and like feed the cats and clean
and the cats can lay on top of you and clean the litter.
You could clean the litter.
Yeah, and you could come here. That's a great point.
And if they
you could
happen
come
to
here,
Chuck, you could clean.
Fly into Key West and clean your litter box.
Exactly, and then we can have like certain little
The cat experience.
The cat experience.
The feline experience.
We could have like little seminars. It's
pretend you are a cat owner.
Here's
for a week.
Here's the best thing that we could do. We could have the treasure box.
Oh, that's a good.
And you can dig for treasure.
Clean the box, and the more treasures you find, what will you win today?
What clumpy treasure can you find? It's clumpy.
Hey, it's what we do.
Some of it's like solid pea, and some of it's solid something else.
Well, you know what? But we have I love this place, and I love when people come stay with us. We've been so lucky to have a lot of cool musicians. We've hosted
Lauren Davidson,
yeah, all the way from Panama. When he comes
well, he wasn't there at the time, but now he is.
No, but also Rick Savino.
Rick Scavino.
Scatino.
Kid Conk. I'll just say Kid
Rick
Conk.
Scatino.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Kid Conk here.
Who else has stayed with us?
I don't know if he's ever stayed here, but I saw today that today's Jimmy Parrish's birthday.
Jimmy Parrish stayed here.
I know he's been here.
Say Jimmy Parrish.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jimmy Parrish.
Adrian Z.
Adrian Z stayed
In
here.
her pajamas.
Yeah.
John Beck.
John Beck. John Beck, he's the sexiest guy.
Oh, you never told me this.
He's so amazing. And he plays that steel pan like,
Well, you know what? He's actually on this new song we're getting ready to release.
John Beck is great.
John
I love
Beck.
John. He's a great guy.
I went out.
We got drunk together.
Well, he
At
asked
least
me
once.
He asked me. He goes, "What do I owe you for staying here?" And I'm like, "Nothing." He goes, "I'll do anything you want me to do."
It's like play some steel pans.
I was like, "I got a song.
Play
I
some
need
steel pans and clean the cat litter.
Yeah. And the box is down there, and we want you to document each thing you pull out of there.
Here's what you got to do. You got to strip naked.
And take some pictures.
You got to strip naked, put the Superman cape on, and put a red ball on your nose and run down the street.
And don't piss off our neighbor next door.
Because he hates that red ball.
Yeah. But lot going on. Hey, I am so glad you guys came up and hung out with us.
Oh, thanks for having us here.
I'm having a blast because people are just texting me left
We're having
and
a
right.
blast beer.
All right. So,
look, artwork. What is this? Is this a dolphin?
That's what the
artwork?
dolphin did.
For me.
You went to the Dolphin Research Center.
Yeah, you did. I saw that.
And they painted me this beautiful picture.
These are great. Oh, okay. So you have magenta and a nice
and yellow
and a nice
You
yellow.
know what? It's funny.
And it looks great.
That is magenta. And
You probably thought it was pink.
I kept saying
We
pink.
could use all these words in a song. Magenta, the bearded lady.
Magenta. Magenta!
The bearded lady with the magenta beard.
No, that looks great.
Isn't that one of the characters in
Rocky Horror Picture Show? Rocky Horror. Magenta! Magenta, Columbia.
Rich Malik, who's listening in from Ohio, I won't say what the experience he said we could have here at the homestead, but I think, talking about all the cats, I think you could probably figure out what kind of cat experience it would be. So.
There's a lot of great songs about cats.
Yeah. Well, we actually, there was one time Michelle and I
their
were...
alternate name.
We were talking about having this video thing to where we could charge 99 cents
for a look.
For a look. And
we would have
cameras all over the house.
Maybe lower down
so that people could experience
the
seeing
cats.
The cats.
What they do.
No, that would be great. No, they could, tune in and look at the cats.
But we would call it.
All kitty all the time.
No, we didn't say that.
Oh, meow meow all the
other
time.
word.
Yeah, the other
With
word.
a pig.
We were
Oh,
like,
the pig.
like,
Pussy.
And it's
How do
like
you get killed on that one?
if we could have done that back in 2003 when we thought of it, how much money would we have?
Yeah, that's a song they should have on it.
Pussy, pussy, pussy.
well, you know what? Here's another funny. There's a song out there called the Pussycat Song.
Yes, I know it.
And,
Barry Cuda.
Well, yeah, Barry Cuda down here saying it. Jay Bangles, who
Sings
at the
quite-
Tiki House, and he's down at.
Harriet loves that song.
Oh my
too.
God!
It's a funny song.
So
It's
I have
funny.
the lyrics, and I played it once or twice.
You
Michelle,
did, did
Michelle
you?
always says, "Don't do it, don't do it." And
No,
I,
but
you
it's
know.
funny.
But it's funny because Sweet Harriet would play it, and then next thing you know, she's like, "Well, it's because of you," and I'm like, "Oh no! Don't put me in the middle of that. You decided."
Don't blame Brett.
Yeah, don't blame me. So
No.
All right, we're going to get into some more music. I want to talk about the Beach Buddha 2 Artists of the Month, and then you guys going to hang around? Are you going to hang around a little bit longer?
And we don't have to run.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to
Shelly's
get.
at home sleeping.
We have to get up at 6:30 tomorrow morning to play it.
Yeah, so don't get even
Yeah,
too
we're friends
late.
at
They
8.
gotta get up early.
No, but that's okay.
They have to get up
You know what?
very
It's
early.
okay.
But we
I
will
usually get 6
survive.
hours of sleep anyway.
And then we can come home and take a nap.
Well, maybe I'll come by for a cup of coffee. At
Michelle Myers just texted me.
Michelle Myers is.
Michelle Myers just texted me.
Bruce Turkel just texted me and asked if there's anything going on musically this weekend.
What?
No, this is.
Oh, she said you are killing me, and she's got like a gif of
A kitty cat.
No, Karen. Karen.
Karen. Oh. Well, I appreciate everybody who's listening in. So if you're listening in, please send us a text.
I love you
send Danny,
so
send to Chris,
much.
send to me.
I love you,
Let us
Michelle
know
Myers.
you're listening because please go out there. Let me say this too. Barefoot Billies. They've got so many cool things that you can do when you're here in Key
Without
West.
shoes.
Without shoes. And one of my favorites is when we took the Sunset Cruise. That was a blast. So when you're down in Key West, make sure you make a point to do
Is
that.
that the one with the sushi?
That's a sushi.
The boat.
It's like
The
a
boat.
gigantic boat of
It's the size of our,
sushi from
our
Thai Island.
here.
Thai Island. And that thing has its own captain when it comes out. So you've got a captain of the sushi
It's got a
boat.
small captain.
Oh my God.
You
yeah.
need to have a captain if you're going out on a boat.
And I know where you're going
And
with
if you're
that.
going on a sushi boat,
But seriously, get on board with that because that is such a great cruise. We did that. We had the opportunity to go out the entire radio crew. We had so much fun on that.
I always think of like, okay, so older people, do you remember the Tidy Bowl?
Yep.
I do remember the Tidy
Tidy
Bowl.
The
Bowl.
little
man.
guy inside
Yeah.
the
Little guy
Tidy
in the
Bowl.
rowboat,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, inside the toilet.
I think we could call him the man of the boat.
The man in the boat.
Man in the boat. Man in the boat
Was-
is
Tidy
ready.
Bowl means-
Was that the inspiration of Dildo Key?
Dildo Key.
No, but it was just kind of a parallel thing.
It's a parallelogram.
Parallelogram. Say that 3 times fast.
Parallelogram, parallelogram, parallelogram.
Here's a little Jimmy Buffett for you on a Friday night.
How
Email
small is
Michelle's
Jimmy
Coastal
Buffett?
Confession. Here on 104.9 Barefoot Radio, hanging out with Key West Chris and Danny Hoy, the
We love you so much.
Shanty Hounds. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Better days are in the
I feel it in the changing wind. I feel it when I fly. So talk to me, listen to this story. I've been around enough to know that there's more than meets the eye. Everybody needs a little good luck charm. A little gree-gree keeps you safe from harm. Rub yours on me and I'll rub mine on you. Luckiest couple on the avenue. With a little love and luck, you will get by. With a little love and luck, we'll take the sky. In this megalomodern world, you've got to try. Try a little love and luck, and you'll get by. Mystery, don't ever try to change it. We're just players in this game, and no one's keeping score. So have your fun, go ahead and tell your story. Find yourself a lover who will glue you to the floor. Everybody needs a little good luck charm. A little gree-gree keeps you safe from harm. Rub yours on me and I'll rub mine on you. Luckiest couple on the avenue. With a little love and luck, you will get by. With a little love and luck, we'll take the sky. In this megalomodern world, you've got to try. Try a little love and luck, and you'll get by. Cole, city, 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 cole, city. With a little love and luck, you will get by. You'll get by. With a little love and luck, we'll take the sky. Take the sky. In this megalomodern world, you've got to try. Try a little love and luck, and you'll get by. Cole, city, cole, city, cole, city, cole, city. With a little love and luck, you will get by. You'll get by. With a little love and luck, we'll take the sky. Take the sky. In this megalomodern world, you've got to try. Try a little love and luck, and you'll get by.
Hi, this is Jimmy. Well, that's the end of the music, but it's not the end of the show. For those of you
Sipping your cup of coffee down by the water line. Feet in the water, an old beach chair, you're doing fine. A new day lies ahead, take a moment to clear your mind. Beach Buddha coffee, a fresh cup of island time. Beach Buddha coffee, the best roast from coast to coast.
The best roast from coast to coast.
Oh, Michelle does it so well.
Michelle, that was amazing.
She makes it sound so erotic.
I just
You gotta go out
melted.
and buy that coffee.
I just melted in my
No,
chair.
it just sounds relaxing.
It does. So I say it's like sitting in an easy chair, you know.
It was easy.
Like in a recliner.
What are you doing there, pizza girl?
Pizza.
I'm eating my pizza.
She's eating pizza
We polished off the pizza.
from Clemente's across the street from the radio station. The best. I'm sorry. These guys are
It's
awesome.
on Fleming.
They are
really-
one of my
yeah.
sponsors for the Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase. We so appreciate them being a part of it this year.
No,
And
totally. When you're down here, get some Clemente's, man.
what are you watching on the TV over there?
I think it's Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, Michelle's got the TV on as we're trying to do a radio show. It's like
No, but like there. Okay, so there's Klingons, Romulans, and the people from the original Star Trek series.
okay, you got the
Edge
Klingons.
of Tomorrow.
You got the Klingons. You got the whats. You got the what?
Romulans.
And then you got the Dingleberries.
The edge. The people from the edge of tomorrow, or whatever that was.
Hey, I'm just saying, you know, it's
Oh, yeah, go back to Clemente's.
Star Trek.
I was raised on Star Trek.
Danny and I love Clemente's. And we go there, and as soon as we walk in, we're greeted with a huge smile and say,
They know us, and they like.
and they say,
yeah.
"Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. So glad to see
What
you
can
back."
we get for you? You know,
And
they're so
just-
kind.
It's a small, intimate, romantic place. If you're going out on a date, that's the perfect
Okay,
place.
so
Sit
Wednesday.
inside, outside.
This is what happened to us on Wednesday. Wednesday, we go into Clemente. So we're out walking around. We're coming to see you at Wahlburgers. Because what do? Trop Rock Wednesdays, which are
Trop
now
Rock Wednesday. They're now Trop Rock Thursday.
Trop Rock Thursdays.
Right, it's a different day.
Which is cool because they're cut back on their music, but they wanted to keep just a certain amount of people, and it's you, me.
And we're grateful. It was us.
Oh my God, yeah. I appreciate
you
them
know.
supporting us.
Oh.
And so we had some time to kill, so we're like, let's go in and have a glass of wine. So we did that. Well, Alicia, right? Alicia, I think is her name, the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Clemente's.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're just talking about, garlic. How much
we love garlic bread.
And she's like,
You guys and your garlic. I mean, you guys, like you roast the garlic and butter
yeah.
and all that stuff. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
amazing.
yeah,
Really.
trust me, there's no ghosts hanging out with us because they're like,
Yeah, no.
At least
This
no
place is-
vampires.
So Alicia, she goes, "Would you like some garlic bread?" And I heard garlic bread.
No, garlic bread is, yes.
She said garlic cheese bread.
Willie, like, sniffing
Well,
my
it
toes.
came out the size of a friggin' pizza.
It was a pizza.
It was a pizza, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" I thought it was could be a piece of bread with,
Yeah, right.
cheese and garlic on it, and some butter. Oh no, it was an entire slice of a pizza. So we got ready to leave.
It wasn't a slice of a pizza. It was the whole pizza.
Yeah, we got ready to leave, and our bill was just the wines, and I'm like, Michelle's like, "Well, do we know?" She goes, "Oh no, that's on me."
So sweet.
And that's how cool they are down there,
Yeah.
And so I had told them, I'm like, "Look, we're doing the radio show. I got you guys coming up. I want to have a pizza brought up, and I felt bad that all that had changed because now we're doing it from the house. So that's why we stopped, got a pizza because I'm like, I'm a man of my word. I want to I said I'm going to come up and get a pizza, and here we are. And Danny has the cat.
Hey, Willie.
It's Willie. Yeah,
Yeah, Willie.
Yeah. You got Willie over there. So you got Beach Buddha Coffee. Go out to Beach Buddha Coffee on their website. They've got so much really cool stuff out there, but they highlight Trop Rock musicians.
They do, yeah.
And for the month, so we're already halfway through the month of September, so this will probably go into October. Their Trop Rock pick for this month and probably going into October is Bill Crawley.
The lovely Bill Crowley.
And your drummer,
Fred.
No, I'm sorry, not drummer, but percussionist.
He does both, but I use him as a percussionist because with my producer is very finicky about, he wants to be there when the drum track is being laid.
Yeah.
And what we do with Alan puts in his tracks over in his house.
In his studio up north, right?
Englewood, I think.
Yeah.
It is.
I've seen his studio. It's amazing.
Well, you were just up there recording.
Yeah.
So in
I
any
recorded
case,
up there too.
yeah, that's
Alan is my
how
drummer.
he works. And in any case, yeah.
So, very cool. So we got that. Before we go into this song, that is one of Bill Crawley's.
Yeah.
Danny, you just recorded up there, and you just played a Christmas song the other day at Wahlburgers, which I thought was that was an awesome Christmas song.
Thank you, Brian.
That to me was...
It's a beautiful song.
It is. It really is a beautiful song. So when will that be released?
Hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
They need to put a couple bells and whistles on it, including some percussion tracks and electric guitar.
Do they have Santa coming down to throw the bells in?
Ho, ho,
ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, it's called She Loves Christmas.
It's a beautiful song.
It's a semi-autobiographical song.
Yeah. You know what?
Because I have a Christmas tree. We have a Christmas tree in our house.
She's had a Christmas tree in our house for friggin' 4 years.
Chris never makes me take it down, but you know.
That's like us. I mean, ours has been up in this house.
I can never make her take it down.
From day
You guys
one.
were you were my inspiration.
I'll bust her chops about it now and then. On
Yeah,
occasion.
we don't take our
Maybe
Christmas
2 or 3
tree down.
times a year.
I got nowhere else to store the damn thing, so it's like, let's leave it up. During Fantasy Fest, we'll throw bras and panties in it, and during
just says
4th of
Christmas.
July, we'll throw,
Police said,
flags
I'm
in
outta
it.
here.
And,
No, I just like Christmas,
maybe this year for songwriters, we'll throw some CDs in it.
When I found out that
a microphone or something.
John Prine loved Christmas so much, he never took his Christmas tree down. And he would give Christmas trees away as presents. And I was just like, oh, I love that. So now I feel good about having my Christmas tree up all the time.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, to me, it's a fixture in our house here in Key West.
And it's great. Right now it's got some tropical stuff on it and some flags and it's good. It's cool.
We have a new thing in there that we got from Cammy's Grammys, which is the Key West bound little tree.
Yeah.
Stick it in there. It's got a little string on it we can put in there. So we put that in there. Yeah, I mean we've got. You got some.
It's got some nice ornaments on it. And
Lily Pulitzer. My God.
Lily Pulitzer.
Are we invested in Lily Pulitzer? Yes, we are.
You've got a lobster ornament over there.
Yeah, a flag.
A lot of fun stuff. So
we have a New Orleans little mask there from Mardi Gras. So yeah, I mean ours is year-round stuff. So
and I like the you guys have the ornaments from the White House and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, because we used to live in the D.C. area. So.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so but no,
cool.
it's cool. That was a great. So I want to highlight that. That's coming out soon. So we'll have that for Christmas, right?
Yeah, we're going to have that. It's going to be available this Christmas. So I'll send it to you guys at the radio station and some other.
Because we're going to do a big Christmas thing this year on the radio station. Of course, my show we'll do some trop rock Christmas.
The song's called "She Loves Christmas."
It's beautiful. I really love it.
It's fun and heartwarming. It's a heartwarming song. It's one of those pop country heartwarming Christmas songs.
Well, it's cool that we've got new song Manning. I know there's more stuff that Chris is putting out. You've got your new Christmas song coming out. I know you've got a new CD coming out very soon.
Yeah, 'cause I went up to Englewood and recorded 5 songs plus the Christmas song.
That probably had been the worst experience going up there.
It was horrible. It was just
I bet those guys suck.
Yeah, they beat me with rocks. They kept throwing rocks at me
I can believe that. So we're looking forward to that.
No, Dave Signs and Beth Travers are
MFG Tropical Recording.
MFG, Music for Grown-Ups. Tropical.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful that they included me in their family. So
well, I want to bring this next song in, and we're going to get ready to close the night out. But I want to bring this next song in, and we'll come back after that, close it out. A little bit of Bill Crawley, his brand new. Well, it's not that brand new, but his song.
It's new enough.
Time flies when you're having fun. Right here on 104.9 Barefoot Radio.
That's really cool.
Live in Key West at the Beach Show Hideaway. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be right back.
It was another fine vacation, all the way to St. Somewhere. There were the lovely sights and the steamy nights. Still, there's something that just ain't fair. I got a lot of beach time, I caught a lot of rays, but now I'm back on the airline, 'cause I'm out of vacation days. Time flies when you're having fun. my money for the place that I like best. Yeah, they got it all. It's like a carnival. It's the key to happiness. You can watch the sunset with 1,000 of your friends. Another day is over, but the party never ends. Time flies when you're having fun. It seems to slip away. One for all for fun. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. It seems to slip away. It's one for all for fun. You gotta savor every day.
Yeah, hey, that was Bill Crawley right there. Thank you, Bill.
Bill, you're awesome, man.
Time flies when you're having some sun.
We're looking forward to seeing Bill
Yes.
in a month and a half.
Well, you know
2
what?
months.
We got the Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase coming up, and he's a part of it. He's been with us
Is it Key West Bound? Key West Bound?
for 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been there since day one.
Yeah, from day one.
From the top.
And you guys have been a part of it. We've been a part of it.
Thank you for including us, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, so I get a message from Gary. What does he say here? He says, "Oh, by the way, everyone." Okay, that's probably something else I don't need to talk about.
Don't read that.
I don't want to read that one. So
don't read it.
That's not for us.
I'm just trying to keep track
We
because
don't want to know what it
we get
says.
so many people that just up there. Let me see. Here's another message. I'm getting all these messages that I've missed from people. So is Michelle Myers. As Danny says, if you don't like Tim Campbell, you're an a-hole.
There you go. Because Tim Campbell is...
Gotta make those shirts.
You know, you look at Tim Campbell like, what a great person.
Tim Campbell is a great guy. So
There you go.
I so appreciate him and his sack award. I tell you what, that sack of nuts just cracks me
I like
up.
the Nutsack Award.
Oh my God.
Nutsack Award.
Danny, it's not quite like
Nutsack Award. Come on.
But
that's the best way to say it.
So much. We so appreciate everybody who's chimed in tonight. Thank you so much. All the listeners. I can't tell you how much I appreciate.
I'm devastated I haven't won the Nutsack Award.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's always the first time.
I need a
And then you
nutsack.
got to wear it around your neck.
That's right.
I would do that. I
You
would
look
do
like you're
that
on
for
Family
anyone.
Guy.
You look like one of those. You look like one of those trucks we're driving around. You know, it's got like the little thing on the back.
understand what this sack has to do with anything.
Oh, Lord.
All right, I think we kind of
Lowish.
went even further off the charts.
I said you look like you're on Family Guy.
Yes, that's right. So again,
Lowish, you must wear the nutsack now.
all right. I appreciate everybody who's been listening
I
in tonight.
appreciate you, Brian. You're such a good person.
I don't care what Brian says.
I'm telling you what, you're a trip, Danny Hoy.
Well, listen, Brian, I think this is very important.
You know, the woman who does Lois's voice is the nanny, who I love that show back in the day.
Yeah, the nanny was
Seriously?
hilarious.
Fran Drescher.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her.
The Jewish girl.
You didn't know Fran Drescher was Lois's voice?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I've told you that like
You probably
200
have, but,
times. Oh my
She was
goodness.
great.
But anyway, we're going to close the night out. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Thanks for everybody.
He said hanging out. Hanging.
He said hanging
Turn
out.
the mic off.
All right.
He said hanging out.
The mic is going off, Danny Hoy.
That's right. That's right.
So,
Wah, wah.
but-
No, where's your wah, wah?
oh, wait. It's not that one. There we go. Okay. One more time for Danny Hoy. And the crowd goes wild. All I got to say is thanks for everybody who tunes in, sends the comments, tell us that they're listening. I so appreciate everybody that
Sends the comments.
Yes, there you go. A little bit more of that. A little bit more for Danny Hoy. Yeah. There we go.
Womp.
So we so appreciate it because this is so fun that we do. I love all the artists who jump in and do their part, and
don't take things personally.
Don't take things personally. My God, it's like
that's right. Chill out a little bit.
Being a douchebag.
Back to the 70s again.
Funk it up.
Yeah. I'm loving this stuff. This is really cool.
I think you've got a thing going on there, Brian.
How long have you had this board?
I've had it a while, but
a couple of years, but
just discovering new things.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
I like all the disco shit.
And back to Danny Hoy.
Hey, no. Nobody takes me seriously.
It's like
Come
on
on.
the Tonight Show.
Nobody takes me seriously. Come
I
on.
want everybody to thank everybody. Two of you thank everybody.
Thanks, Key West Coast for his amazing song, Manning.
Manning, that is an awesome one. So.
By the way, watch out for Danny's new song, which the Christmas song is going to be our first, but there's this one song called that is the best song that's been written by anybody in the entire world this year.
There you go. Claps.
He's a little biased.
But he should
No, I'm just speaking the truth. That's just,
Well, I think it's a good song, but I mean, I don't think it's that good.
yeah, we don't want to blow up your head or anything, but it's a phenomenal song.
Well, thank you guys.
I think it may be the best song I've ever written. So there.
There you go.
I love
But
it.
that doesn't mean it's the best song anyone's ever written. It's just the best
It's
song.
the best song that's been
It's the
created
best song.
since creation.
And I have a
No.
brand new song coming out very soon called Living Here in Key West.
I can't wait to hear
I'm
it.
looking forward to hearing it.
That one's coming out too. So this is what's cool. We've all got a lot of cool stuff coming out. On this staycation, I wrote a brand new song. The one person listening in tonight has heard it. Ed Contreras. I sent it to him saying, "What do you think?"
Okay,
He
good.
liked it.
It's always good to bounce your ideas off of something.
I love doing it. I love what do you think? Is this?
All right, I think we lost them there. Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com. You've been listening to Coastal Confessions here on Tiki Man Radio, simulcasting with Barefoot Radio down in Key West. Coastal Confessions, B-Man and Me show, and of course tonight's guest is Shanty Hounds. Make sure you check in to Jukebox Saturday. Starts at midnight tonight and runs till noon tomorrow. That's where we take you back in time with Jukebox Saturday. We're going to roll you back to the base, everybody. Have a great night, and thank you so much for tuning in.